Alright guys, welcome back to Reprogramming Masculinity. It has been a minute, but as you can see we are now on the new property. And got that living wall going on behind me. It looks like a mess right now, but it'll look nice eventually. Got a whole outdoor setup. Gonna get into some dips first. I'm excited to be back, man. These 2 weeks has felt like a long time of not posting anything at all. I recorded the workout from last week, but we don't have Wi-Fi out here yet, and I recorded it on my phone, and it's a whole mess. It's a whole mess. Kind of probably gonna miss that workout on the channel, but it is what it is. As you can see here, doing a little bit something different with the belt this time. I've actually got 2 belts now, with the weights on both sides of me, which I kind of like, because the weight's kind of allowed to move however you need it to move, which has kind of always been an issue with the normal belt. If it's out in front of you, it's nice for dips, but it sucks for chin-ups. If it's behind you, it's good for chin-ups, sucks for dips. With it on your side like this, look at that boy. It actually, they'll lean forward if you're leaning forward. They'll lean back if you're leaning back. So I think I might make it a little bit better. There we are, finished up with dips. 70 pounds. I'm doing 70-pound chin-ups here too. But yeah, I think I'm gonna continue improving upon the weights hanging from the side, because it's actually a lot easier to deal with than the way the belt normally is, which is hard getting on and off if you're going to keep the weights on it. Anyways, doesn't matter. Slowly but surely getting stronger with all of these movements. As you can see, I've gotten it to where failure on chin-ups is now 19 seconds with 70 pounds instead of what it was when I was just doing my body weight, which is like over a minute before I'd finally start failing. But this is beginning to hurt my elbow a little bit. I've had issues with golfer's elbow in my weight training journey the last, I would say, 6 years. And most of the time, the recovery time that I allot for myself usually tends to take care of it pretty well. And if I'm doing just body weight, I don't feel it at all. But because I've been jumping up so much in weight lately, I am starting to feel it. So I think I might stick at 70 pounds, at least with chin-ups for a couple weeks, and really stretch the time out under tension and get stronger under 70 for a bit, and then I'll bump it up as my elbow stops bothering me quite so much. Progress in one way or another. If you can't progress in weights, progress in the time that you are under the tension of the weight. Here we are, getting into some tricep extensions. One of these days I'm going to have to figure out some type of, some way to add some weight to this. I love this movement so much. And as you can see at this point, my lower half is almost completely parallel to my upper half with how low I have the bar set at this point. I have to figure out some type of backpack maybe and figure out some type of way to keep the weights from lurching forward as I bend over. Because once I'm like down here, the weight usually is going to want to come forward, and I'm going to have to figure out a way to stop that. But I love this movement too much to give it up, man. The overhead extension is probably one of the best movements in my opinion. You know, it's just, if you're not doing your body weight, which your triceps can handle, like most isolation exercises, I don't think it's entirely beneficial. But to each their own. This one, just for me, I just love the hell out of it. And there it is, failure. So moving right along into my variation of a hex lateral raise, I guess. Lateral shrug. Lateral row. As you can see, I mean, I'm beginning to love this for my shoulders. For those of you who don't know, I have suffered pretty rough rotator cuff issues in my left shoulder, and I had to figure out all types of workarounds a couple years ago. And for whatever reason, like upright rows for me, so long as you keep it low enough, they don't really mess with my shoulder. And, you know, lateral raises, if it's not unified in one singular piece like the hex bar is, for whatever reason, lateral raises just put a ton of tension directly on my my shoulder joint. And for whatever reason, even though it's kind of sort of the exact same pathway, the same movement, my shoulders just don't feel it the way that they would on a lateral raise. I can load this and add substantially more weight than I normally would, and shoulders just don't hurt. So, and of course, going slow and control is also going to save your shoulders, guys. But moving on into the first time on camera you guys are going to really see me focus on shrugs. I want to build my traps up, and I kind of sort of forgot at the beginning here, because I really don't do traps that much. I don't do shrugs that much. I'm going to start doing them a lot more now, but one of the cues I've learned over the years, you're going to see me start doing it here in a minute, is the direction that you're looking, the position of your neck, the position of your head. At least from my experience, it does tend to have an effect on which portion of the traps you're actually going to be working. Because for those of you who don't know, the traps are a massive muscle that travel down the middle of your back. And from what I've noticed, if you're looking downward at your, like, towards your chest, and your neck is craned over, it just, at least for me, if I'm doing shrugs looking down that way, it tends to work more of my middle and lower traps. Whereas if, like, you're doing what I'm doing right here and literally point your head up towards the sky, point your chin upwards, it's going to involve way more of your upper traps. but could just be me. But this just how I've felt it over the years. But the further up my chin goes, the more it kind of tends to bring shoulders forward a little bit. But anyways, now I didn't put timers on any of these, but because these are kind of newer. But here I'm kind of doing a little kind of bent over row, but not really. And the reason I'm not as bent over as most people are when they do these is because when you use less weight, you have a little bit more control over the bar path. And if you notice, the bar path, the weights start more out towards the side, but I bring them way back behind me when with my elbows. So it's a little bit more of an arc motion, which involves the lats. But I'll record these next time and get into this a little bit more next time. Appreciate you guys stopping by. I'll do legs tomorrow, and because this was an exhausting workout. But come back next time, guys.